Hi, I am back today, and oh my god, I have missed you so much. Long story short, there was a little glitch on my phone and I could not access YouTube for the last 4 or 5 days. We went down to the front desk today and realized it was a very minor glitch and they fixed it. So here I am posting my first video in seems like forever. Hello, hi. So today I wanted to share with you a message that's been on my heart for the last few days. I did post about this on Facebook and I wrote a whole email out to send to my community, but I really wanted to just come on here and do a whole video about this. So as you guys know, since the pandemic, we've now restarted traveling and we're going into different cities and different cultures. And once again, I'm seeing and accessing a lot more people, and it's becoming more clear to me why I do what I do and why my message is so important, right? For example, earlier this month, I was in Hawaii, you guys know, doing the Goddess of Riches Intensive. And as I was, staying at the Ritz-Carlton and, shopping at the best stores, I was noticing women being wined and dined and, treated to luxury handbags and shoes and jewelry and penthouse suites, right? Like living life, while also seeing women slaving away, working hard, working 2 jobs. And currently, as I'm traveling through Europe, I'm seeing the same thing. There are some women that are being wined and dined and given homes and cars and jewelry and luxury handbags. And then there's some women literally being fondled on park benches by their so-called boyfriends, right? And it breaks my heart to see that because, some of you guys sit there and say, well, there's pretty privilege or there's this and that. The truth is, there isn't. Like the women that I saw literally being fondled at park benches were like some of the most gorgeous women you've seen in the world, right? And the women that I'm seeing that are being wined and dined and given penthouse suites, they're not any better looking than the other women. It just comes down to decisions, right? And when you know better, you do better. But some of these cultures and women just haven't been taught, they haven't been told that boyfriend is not a thing, and that being taken to a park bench where someone's groping you and touching you and you're giggling and thinking that's okay, that's not okay, but they just don't know, right? And I'm sure many of us have been there where we allowed those situations to happen, whether it was in the backseat of a car or a park bench or whatever, and you're like in love and you think it's all like fun and games. It's not. You are precious. You are worthy. You shouldn't be sitting somewhere in a park bench or in the back of a car or wherever else, letting any man that hasn't claimed you and provided for you and invested in you anything, right? You should not be allowing that kind of access to you. It was just so heartbreaking for me to see that. And no, this isn't the first time I've seen it. I've seen this kind of stuff before, but it's been a while since I've been out since the pandemic, and now seeing that again, I'm like, my message hasn't reached enough people yet. We haven't created enough of a ripple effect yet, right? It starts with each one of us making better decisions for ourselves, because when we choose better, women around us notice that and they choose better. It literally isn't a one-woman job. It's a every woman job, right? It's like DNA evolution is teamwork, right? The decisions that you make in the partner that you choose impacts not only your lifestyle, it impacts all of humanity, right? Women are the DNA and destiny gatekeepers. Never forget that. We have always been the gatekeepers, and as far as I can foresee, we will be the gatekeepers for a long time, right? It's not gonna suddenly change. It's true for all species. So we must make better decisions, and it must start with us, because if I change and I make better decisions, then my daughter will have access to better decisions, and if she has access to better decisions, then her children will have access to better decisions. So every decision that you make, who you allow into your field, who gets to touch you, who gets to take you out on a date, whether your date is on a park bench or in a 5-star restaurant, like all of those decisions matter to all women, if that makes sense, right? And so I'm asking your help in creating this change. If you are someone that has made this mistake, change now, choose better. Honestly, with what I know now, I would much, much, much rather be single and probably not even decide to have kids than share my DNA with someone that's gonna be taking me to a park bench, okay? Or going to subject my children to poverty, because that's just not something that I want to choose. DNA is teamwork, and you are the gatekeeper. So you must decide to make better decisions right now, right? And even if you're not deciding to have children, right? Oftentimes I'll hear people saying, well, if I'm not going to have kids, then does it matter, right? It does matter, because even if I decided not to have kids, if I was in a relationship where my man was forcing me to work or subjecting me to slave labor or taking me to park benches, the women around me, my sisters, my cousins, my friends, my colleagues, that would be the standard. They would think that poor treatment is okay because that's what everyone has, right? Think of it this way. What you eat, where you shop, how you date, you may not realize that, but you look at the people around you and then you say, oh, well, my situation is that bad because look at so and so's situation. We are social creatures, we're social animals. Like we base our decisions based on those around us. So each one of us needs to do better if we want to make a collective dent in society, in humanity, right? And with what's happening now, we're literally downgrading the human DNA and genome. We are, because we're having babies with men that refuse to provide or don't want to provide or don't even know they're supposed to be providing, okay? And so you're literally downgrading the human genome with your decisions. So this must stop, okay? I feel like seeing what I'm seeing now, going back out into the world after the pandemic, I'm coming back even stronger with my message. Like, watch out, world. When I'm back home and live streaming, like, watch out, okay? If you don't like tough love, get off my channel now. Like, run for the hills, because this has like made my mission even stronger, and I'm gonna be coming at you even bolder at this point because I can't stand this. Like, I don't want to see any woman being fondled on park benches ever again. Like, if I'm coming to your city or your country, like, you better run away from the park, okay? You better like hide those boyfriends of yours, because no, we're not doing that anymore. All right? I love you. You can tell I missed you. I also have a quick announcement. My announcement is that I can't even believe I'm doing this. I know this is a ridiculous offer, but I am discounting my Alchemy and Ascension program just for the next like 24 hours, 50% off. It is my female DNA program. It is part of the high-end divinity course. It comes with the Aligned as Femme, but you can also purchase it separately. It is life-changing. If you love my work around DNA evolution, how I relate to male, female DNA, and all of my work around that, this is the program for you. You're going to love it. It is mind-blowing stuff. If you want to understand why women behave the way that they behave, why they act the way they act, and why men and women are so different, and why it's never a good idea to criticize a woman, and what the Homo sapien diet actually is, and how I eat throughout the seasons in the year, all of that is in the Alchemy and Ascension course, and just for the next 48 hours or so, it's 50% off. This is a flash sale to show you how much I missed you when YouTube was not working on my phone. So I discounted it for you. It's linked in the description box, and I love you. I will be back at you again tomorrow now that YouTube is working. I love you. Bye.